I hope you enjoyed your Thursday without Mr. Woodworth. But lucky you, I'm back. Hey, we got this Quizizz that you guys finished up, and I'm going to go through it as quickly as I possibly can. All right. Is it a function? So what is a function? What is a function? That's the key. All right, there we go. Okay. Function, well, let's go to our notes. Look at this. I got a copy of it, a digital copy of it. I'll be posting that on Google Classroom, so you have a digital copy of it as well. But you should have a written copy that you made yourself from the notes. Anyway, a function, what is it? It is a relation in which every number of the domain is paired with exactly one member of the range. Okay, if a domain value is paired with two separate numbers, not a function. Let's check that out. All right, let's see. 9, let's check out A first and see if that works. 9 is paired with a 5. 10 is also paired with 5. Uh-oh. So this is my little mapping diagram here. All right. Then it says 9 is also paired with -5. Uh-oh. 9's paired with -5. A member in the domain is paired with not just one range value, but it's also paired with a second range value, -5. So this one's disqualified. That is not a function. All right, let's look at what B here. Okay, domain and range. 3 is paired with 4. Check. 4 is paired with -3. Check. 7 is paired with 4. 7 is paired with 4. And 3 is paired with 8. Uh-oh. 3, a domain value. We already did that domain value, right? We already used that 3 once. It's paired with a 4. So if it's paired with another range value, 8, that makes it disqualified from being a function. All right, let's look at C. Okay, we got our domain values and our range values here. 6 is paired with -5. 7 is paired with -3. 8 is paired with -1. And 9 is paired with 1. So all of our domain values are only paired with one value. There's a 1 there. With one value from the range. Okay, so that right there is our answer. Let's see, what disqualifies this? Look at that. One of the x values is paired. Here it's paired with a 9. Here it's paired with a -7. So that is not a domain because a domain value has two different partners. All right, step 2. Question 2. It looks like our domain value of -7 has one buddy, 3, but 11, 11's a player. He's trying to put the moves on number 5 and 8, so this is not a domain. Let's see. Look at these two. There's 2 ones with no. No, because the x value, 11, has 2 y values paired with it. Yeah, that's the one. No, because the x value has only 1 y value paired with it. Well, that would be a function if it only had 1. So this is our answer. No, because the 11 has 2 values paired with it. All right, hopefully you can start to see it pretty quick. Is this mapping a function or not a function? Well, look at this. X value would be our domain, okay, and one of these values is paired with 2 separate values in the range. So this is not a function. All right. Is this a function or not a function? Well, we got our domain, we got our range. It looks like 3 is paired with 1. -2 is paired with -4. -2, oops, I already did that one. 0 is paired with 2. And we already used that guy, didn't we? 3 is also paired with 6. So right here, that guy there is our problem that disqualifies this from being a function. It's still a relation because it's a collection of ordered pairs, but it is not a function. All right, number 5, is this a function? Well, let's look at the domain, okay? You can see that, look, no number in the domain is repeated. So that's another way you can tell if a number in the domain is actually repeated in this list, in this table, then it can't be a function because that'll show that it's paired with 2 separate range values, okay? But right here, this is a function. Is that our first function that we've had? -4 is only paired with 3. -2 is only paired with 0. 1 is only paired with -1. 2 is only paired with 0. And 5 is only paired with -2. All right, none of those values is paired with more than one range value. Let's check this one out. Hopefully you can see it quickly. We look in this domain column and we notice that this and this, right? That's showing that this same domain value has 2 different partners. All right, if we do the mapping, right, 0 and 4, we don't repeat. We don't have to write the -3 twice because that won't show us that it's being paired with 2 separate values there. Okay, see, -3 is paired with 1 and it's paired with 0. Now the 0 is just paired with one number, and the 4 is just paired with one number, but it's already disqualified because of that -3 being paired with 2 separate numbers. So that is not a function. We're over halfway there. Now this was the problem that we had the most difficulty with, maybe because it's written in a weird format, but if we look here, we've got our x values are the first value and the y values are the second value. Domain are all my x's, so if we write our domain down in a mapping diagram and the range over here, -1 is paired with 6, 2 is paired with -4, 3 is paired with 8, 3 is also paired with -12. I don't have to rewrite the 3 here because I already have it written in my domain, and 5 is paired with 1. Okay, so that guy's only paired with one number, that guy's only paired with one number, but the 3 has 2 partners there, so the 3 right there makes it not a function. Okay, but then you had to choose between 3 things that say it's not a function. No, it's not a function because there are negative numbers. No. Negative numbers don't affect it being a function or not a function. You have no, it isn't a function because an x value repeats but has different y values. That sounds right to me. No, it isn't a function because a y value repeats. Well, it's not about the y values repeating. It's about the x values having more than one partner, so that's not it. Okay? All right, we're getting there. Okay, is this a function? Now, input and output, another word for domain and range, or x and y. Okay, so the 4 is paired with the 1.5, the -2 with the 3, the -2, oops, I'm not going to rewrite it because I want to see that that's paired with 2 different things, 0 and 4.5. So that's paired with that, that's paired with that. Right there is what disqualifies this from being a function. It is a relation, but it is not a special type of relation called a function. 3 more to go. Is the relation a function? Okay, this is written a little bit different way. Hopefully you're starting to see it a little bit more quickly. The 1, right, I'm looking here, 1 is paired with 5. Next one, oh, looks like a domain value is reused. 1 is also paired with 7, so I really don't have to go any further. I see that one of my domain values is already used twice. All right. And so it shows that it's paired with 2 separate things, so this is not a function. So just looking at this mapping diagram is already completed. The -3, if this is our domain and this is our range, -3 only goes to one spot, -1 only goes to one spot, 2 only goes to one spot, and 4 only goes to one spot. So that is a function. One confusing thing is that you might have seen, oh, this 4 is used twice, and you might have thought that would disqualify. But Now, 2 arrows going to a range value doesn't disqualify it. 2 arrows coming out of a domain value does qualify it. Disqualify it. And finally, we have this problem, which we could have used let's see if I have access to it. Is that it? Yes, there it is in the notes, the vertical line test. So you could have gone to here and seen my example of a graph, a relation in graph form displayed as a graph, and you could have seen this idea of the vertical line test. All right, what's the vertical line test say? It says if I draw a vertical line down through points, if I hit more than one point with my vertical line, then this is not a function. Oh, there it is. Right there. I hit 2 points, so I immediately know it's not a function. Okay? I can also just throw them in a mapping diagram, right? And find all their coordinate pairs and put the x for the x values for the domain and the y values for the range. And I can plug them all into my mapping diagram and figure it out, just like I did for these 10, the previous 10 problems. But I think the vertical line test is a lot easier. I'll show you, though, quickly how that would work if I were to plot these 2 points right there. If I were to plot those two, find the coordinates for those 2 points, it would be 2 is paired with 1 for this point, right? 2, 1. And for this point, it'd be 2, -1. So that same 2 is also paired with the -1. So 2 arrows coming out of that 2 disqualify it, so it's not a function. Okay? All right, that's it. Quick review. Hopefully it solidifies, makes that stick a little bit more. Hope you guys are having a terrific day. Signing off, Mr. Woodworth.